Hey everyone! If you've been anxiously waiting for news about stimulus checks, you're going to want to stay tuned for this breaking update. The IRS has just made a groundbreaking announcement that's going to impact millions of Social Security and SSDI recipients across the nation. Before we dive into all the details about this $3,200 stimulus payment, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any crucial updates about your benefits and payments. You might be wondering why this announcement is so significant, especially if you've been following the ongoing discussions about financial assistance. Well, after months of deliberation and back-and-forth negotiations, the IRS has finally approved a substantial stimulus payment specifically targeting Social Security and SSDI beneficiaries. This isn't just another rumor or speculation, this is official information straight from the IRS, and I'm here to break down everything you need to know about this upcoming payment. Let's address the burning question on everyone's mind: who exactly qualifies for this $3,200 stimulus check? The great news is that this payment has been specifically designed to provide relief to Social Security retirement beneficiaries, SSDI recipients, SSI beneficiaries, and Railroad Retirement Board beneficiaries. If you're currently receiving any of these benefits, you're likely eligible for this upcoming payment. But there's more to the story, and you'll want to know all the details to ensure you don't miss out on this significant financial boost. One of the most pressing aspects of this announcement is the timing. The IRS has confirmed that distributions will begin this coming Monday, which has left many people scrambling to ensure their information is up to date. But don't panic, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to do to make sure you're ready to receive your payment. Remember, proper preparation is key to avoiding any delays or complications with your stimulus check. The income requirements for this stimulus payment have been carefully structured to ensure the funds reach those who need them most. For individual filers, the full payment will be available to those with adjusted gross incomes under $75,000. For married couples filing jointly, that threshold increases to $150,000. But what if your income is slightly above these amounts? Don't worry, there's a gradual phase-out system in place, and I'll explain exactly how that works. Many of you might be wondering about the payment method. Will it arrive as a direct deposit, a physical check, or an EIP card? The IRS has outlined specific distribution methods, and your payment will typically arrive in the same way you receive your regular Social Security or SSDI benefits. This means if you currently get your benefits through direct deposit, you can expect your stimulus payment to arrive the same way. However, there are some important exceptions and special cases that you need to be aware of. One of the most crucial aspects of this stimulus payment is understanding how it might affect your other benefits. I know many of you are concerned about whether accepting this payment could impact your Social Security, SSDI, or other government assistance programs. Let me put your mind at ease: this stimulus payment is not considered income for federal benefit programs. This means it won't affect your eligibility for other benefits or cause any reductions in your regular payments. The IRS has also implemented some important changes to the distribution process based on lessons learned from previous stimulus payments. They've streamlined the system to ensure faster delivery and fewer complications. But what does this mean for you? It means you might receive your payment sooner than expected, but it also means you need to be prepared and vigilant about tracking your payment. Speaking of tracking your payment, the IRS has updated their Get My Payment tool to accommodate this new stimulus distribution. I'll show you exactly how to use this tool effectively to monitor the status of your payment. It's essential to know where your money is and when to expect it, especially for those who rely on these funds for essential expenses. For those of you who haven't filed taxes recently, you might be wondering if that affects your eligibility. The good news is that the IRS will use information from your Social Security or SSDI benefits to process your payment. However, there are some situations where additional action might be required, and I'll explain exactly what you need to do if you fall into one of these categories. Another important aspect to consider is the impact of this stimulus payment on dependent. If you have qualifying dependent, you might be eligible for additional funds. The rules regarding dependent have been updated for this stimulus package, and it's crucial to understand how these changes might affect your total payment amount. Many people have asked about the possibility of garnishment. Will this stimulus payment be protected from debt collectors? What about overdue child support payments? These are important questions, and the answers might surprise you. The legislation includes specific protections for these payments, but there are some exceptions you need to be aware of. For those who receive their benefits through representative payees, there are special considerations to keep in mind. The Social Security Administration has provided specific guidance on how these payments should be handled, and it's essential to understand your rights and responsibilities in these situations. What about those who have recently moved or changed banks? The IRS has implemented procedures for updating your information, but time is of the essence. I'll walk you through the steps you need to take to ensure your payment reaches you at your current address or goes to the correct bank account. Some of you might be wondering about the tax implications of this stimulus payment. Will you need to report it on your next tax return? Will it affect your tax refund? These are important considerations, and I'll explain exactly how this payment fits into your overall tax picture. For those who share custody of children or have other complex family situations, there are special considerations to keep in mind. The IRS has provided specific guidance for these scenarios, and understanding these rules is crucial to avoiding any complications with your payment. What happens if you don't receive your payment when expected? The IRS has established procedures for tracking and resolving payment issues. I'll explain what steps you need to take if your payment doesn't arrive as scheduled and how to get help if you encounter problems. One aspect that's particularly important for SSDI recipients is understanding how this payment interacts with other disability-related benefits and programs. There are some specific considerations for disabled individuals, and I'll make sure you understand all the relevant details. The timing of this stimulus payment coincides with other important benefit adjustments and COLA increases. Understanding how these various payments and adjustments work together is crucial for managing your finances effectively. I'll help you make sense of all these different elements. For those who might have outstanding issues from previous stimulus payments, this distribution provides an opportunity to resolve those matters. The IRS has implemented special procedures for addressing past payment issues, and I'll explain how you can take advantage of these solutions. Security is another crucial consideration. With any large-scale payment distribution, scammers are likely to try to take advantage of the situation. I'll share important information about how to protect yourself from fraud and what to do if you suspect someone is trying to scam you. Many of you might be wondering about the best ways to use this stimulus payment. While everyone's situation is different, I'll share some general guidance on financial planning and making the most of these funds, especially in the current economic climate. The impact of this stimulus payment extends beyond individual recipients. It's expected to have significant effects on the broader economy, particularly in communities with high concentrations of Social Security and SSDI recipients. Understanding these broader implications can help you make more informed decisions about your own finances. For those who help manage finances for elderly or disabled relatives, there are important responsibilities and considerations to keep in mind. I'll explain what you need to know about handling these payments on behalf of others and ensuring compliance with all relevant regulations. Looking ahead, there are questions about potential future stimulus payments and ongoing support for Social Security and SSDI recipients. While this current payment is confirmed, I'll share what we know about possible future assistance and what factors might influence additional support. Documentation is another crucial aspect of this stimulus payment. Keeping proper records of when and how you receive your payment is important for various reasons. I'll explain what documentation you should maintain and why it matters. Some recipients might face unique situations that require special attention. Whether it's living abroad, having multiple sources of income, or dealing with unique family circumstances, I'll address these special cases and explain how they're handled under the current guidelines. As we wrap up this detailed explanation, let me remind you of the key points you need to focus on right now. First, verify that your information is up to date with the Social Security Administration and IRS. Second, mark your calendar for the distribution date and keep an eye on your bank account or mailbox. Third, be prepared to track your payment using the IRS tools I mentioned earlier. Remember, this stimulus payment represents significant financial support for millions of Americans who rely on Social Security and SSDI benefits. Understanding your rights and responsibilities regarding this payment is crucial for ensuring you receive the full amount you're entitled to and use it effectively. Before we conclude, I want to remind you to stay informed about any updates or changes to the distribution process. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications to ensure you don't miss any important updates about this stimulus payment or other benefit-related news. Your financial well-being is important, and staying informed is the best way to protect and maximize your benefits. Have you already started making plans for your stimulus payment? Are you facing any specific challenges or concerns about receiving your payment? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's help each other navigate this important financial development. Don't forget to like this video and share it with anyone who might benefit from this information. Together, we can ensure everyone gets the support they're entitled to receive.